Hey there, gang, and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Gigs here in Rumson, New Jersey. And today's message, let people finish their sentences. Stop interrupting them. You know, it's kind of a long title. I hope Nick found a way to make it short, and if not, it's a good title. You know, I found myself very early when I was young and dumb where I kept interrupting people when they were talking. I probably still do it from time to time, but nowhere near as much anymore because I know how it feels when I'm in the middle of explaining something and someone interrupts me. When that happens and you're sharing whatever you're sharing, talking about whatever it is, and someone interrupts you, what's the message that they're sending to you? It's clear that they're not really listening. As Stephen Covey would say, they're not listening with the intent to understand. They're listening with the intent to respond. And that's most of us. And I found this out early in my career, and I started to change that habit. And I started to listen more before and not interrupt them. In fact, my partner and I, David Ackerman, we've grown so close that we will often do this with each other. But when he does it with me, I hit him hard. David, you're interrupting me. Let me finish my sentence. And he's so good. He always listens to me. And yes, I do it to him once in a while. But let's be mindful of that. Let's let people finish their sentences. And maybe even say, you know what? That was interesting. Can you further explain that? Because you know what you're doing when you do this? You're really saying to the other person, I respect you and I respect what you're saying, and I'm going to process it first and then respond. Don't you feel better when people do that with you? I know I do. So let's stop interrupting people while they're talking. Let them finish. And when they're done, even acknowledge them. Hey, that was a really good thought. I'm glad you shared that with me. Because if anything that you want in your life, anything, great relationships, new business, more business, whatever it is that you want, better relationship with your kids, the only way that we're going to get better relationships is when we really listen to people with the intent to understand what they're saying, why they're saying it. And then when we respond, the response is going to be a lot better because you will incorporate what they said. You know, I learned this really early in life in my sales career because I would often just kind of ramrod things down people's throats because, you know, that's what you do when you're young and dumb. And then later in life, I learned to involve them in the process by letting them talk and letting them listen. So let's stop interrupting people. Let them finish their sentences. Do this, gang, best life ever. Thanks for joining me today, gang. We'll see you in tomorrow's broadcast. Bye-bye.